All right, welcome back. Welcome back to Fearless with Jason Whitlock. All right, I can't wait to unpack this next interview, but I want to start and give you all a little background, a little taste of why I'm bringing on my former college classmate and teammate, Lem Jones. Earlier this week, another one of our former teammates, a guy named Andre Barnett, sent out a clip of this song, like, man, y'all won't believe who this is. Check out this song. And I got it. And so we're going to play a little 90-second clip of a song of Lem Jones that I received earlier this week. Let's play the song.
They say crime pays, sunrise rays, zip tied and tase ain't the way I was raised. In these last days, ain't ashamed to let the world know I'm saved. Blood of the sun runs through my veins, born again, washed away all my sin. Anointed my pen to disperse a hot verse without a curse. See, rather speak on his goodness and mercy. Never fell by blood, made bail from eternal hell. Quarantine while the thief comes to steal, kill, destroy everything. Not this king, according to John 3:16. Whosoever believes in truth, worship him in spirit and truth. What's the use to read, hear it, not take heed? No excuse till he sits alone on the great white throne. Either be written in the Lamb's book of life or cast into a lake of fire and brimstone. Lord, how long must I wait, stay in faith on kingdom business before I end this? God is my witness, Alpha, Omega of all existence. Repentance, eternal sentence, deliverance and remembrance of Jesus. Reason this season, I'm coming out swinging for the kingdom. For the kingdom. I'll live for kingdom. Kingdom. I'll die for kingdom. Kingdom. I'll live for kingdom. Kingdom. I'll die for kingdom. Kingdom. I'll live for kingdom. Kingdom. I'll die for kingdom. Kingdom. I'll live for kingdom. Kingdom. I'll die for the whoa.
So I get this song on my phone, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Lem Jones making rap music for the kingdom. I'm like, must be going through the same process. And so I'm sure Lem, when I reach out to him, is going to be like, Jason Whitlock? Jason Whitlock does a show and talks about the gospel and Jesus Christ and building the kingdom. It's so amazing because, and Lem, welcome to Fearless. Good to see you. Glad to have you. I'm hoping that I can be honest and say, like, the Lem Jones that I knew at Ball State, I didn't see this coming. I don't want to go too much, but Lem was a player. Lem was a player. I hope your wife's not listening.
She know.
Okay, all right. And so, anyway, man, it was so good to see this song. I got to say, it's good to see. We talked over the phone. I don't know how many years it's been since I've seen Lem. Lem, I dyed my hair because, I'm on TV and I got to try to dye my. And are you dyeing your hair? You got no gray in your hair? What's going on here?
Wait, man, he's sustaining me, man. I'm blessed. Look great. Camouflage it just a little bit.
Got you. Anyway, tell us a little bit about your journey from, I believe you were in the 1986 Ball State recruiting class. I was in the 1985. And so we knew each other in the 80s, and we probably represented ourselves completely different than how we are then. So walk me through your journey, or what did we not know about each other when we were kids? Because clearly there were some seeds planted in both of us that we weren't showing then that we are now. But tell us a little bit about your journey.
Exactly. Well, my mom, Ann Peyton Jones, she definitely instilled the gospel in me as a child. But growing up and went off to school, got away, and just got away from my roots of growing up in the church And just like you said earlier, we had some good times down there. But just now it's time to come home with, just undid all that. And it's time to get back to righteousness with everything going on. And like my whole ministry with this music really is salvation, man. I mean, you won't hear no prosperity and your time is coming, it's your season. I'm more concerned about your soul, man, after you leave here. And if you don't agree with anything else that I say here today, we all can agree that one day you have to leave here. And where will your soul reside for eternity? And there's only one way to get to heaven, and that's through Jesus Christ, the way, truth, and the life. No man coming to the Father except through me. So that's the route I've chosen. I truly believe it with all that within me, that he is the Son of God and died on Calvary and rose again on the third day. And I believe that with all that's in me, been baptized. And I'm just trying to spread the good news and help as many people as I can come to the knowledge of Jesus Christ.
You know, when we talked over the phone, Lem, you shared with me, I think that this is a song about the kingdom, but the title of your album, I think you said, was Tired of Running.
Yeah,
and you felt like earlier in your life, you were basically running away from those seeds that were planted in you.
Exactly. Yeah, I named the title track Tired of Running, and it's very fitting. I was tired of running from my calling, and finally just humbled myself, came before his throne of grace and mercy, and now I'm here to put in work for the kingdom. And
so is this the only song you have out right now? Tell us about this song and maybe some of the other music when did you first start rapping? I don't, it doesn't, probably the rap thing doesn't surprise me, but when did you first start making music?
Started making music way back early 90s, really 90s, early 2000. We had a CD out called Hustler's World, a heathen album. Everything that's going on now that the kids talk about or whatever, that was the route. But yeah, had that out early 2000s and kept writing, didn't quit writing. And back then, even when we put that album out, a friend of mine that was on the album, Keith Turner, I told him, I said, man, I want to do a gospel album. And he reminded me that I told him that way back then. And just came back home now. Now it's time to work for the Lord, put in that same energy for Christ as I did out in the world. So, yeah, been rapping for a while.
So Lem grew up and I think still lives in Detroit. And I think you're living in an area where this message really needs to be heard.
Yeah, as you saw in the video, I shot that video right there in the trenches of Highland Park, Michigan. That's my hometown where I'm originally from. Highland Park, HP game all day. But went back to the trenches. My brother, G-Money, Gary. Those guys showed up for me, man. I really appreciate them boys. They showed up. It meant a lot to me. Some of them guys you see in that video, they got a real testimony. And they showed up, and they're trying to change their lives around now. That's why they showed up, to show, hey, man, we trying to change. We can change, too. No matter what we did in the past, we riding with you, and we going to do this for the kingdom. I love them boys and appreciate them.
All right, so before we started taping, I believe I saw your wife helping you out. Give me a little update about Lem and his family. I believe I've heard you got some kids maybe, and do you have maybe an athlete? I can't, it seems like I've heard story. Anyway, update me on your life.
I got married, man. November will be a dub, bro. 20 years. I know you can't believe that one. Wow. You know Yosis, but she humbles me, man. She helps me out a lot, my helpmeet, and she's been there by my side the whole journey. I had twin boys. One of my sons passed. It's been now about 18, 19, 20, died in, and I tried to put it out of my mind, but it's going on 20 years now. But I had twins, and one son, my son Karan, he ended up going to Eastern Michigan, which could have got him in Ball State. But he went to Eastern Michigan and graduated from Eastern Michigan, got his degree, and he's in the Navy now. I'm proud of him. He did real well. I pushed him to make sure he got his degree, and he did. Good kid. Good kid.
Did he play basketball at Eastern Michigan? I thought I heard.
Yeah, played basketball, and gonna go into Muncie and get put on a poster. Man, did you think I didn't lose it sitting there watching that game, man? Man, you go to Muncie with Paris McCurdy and them boys up in there looking and watching and get put on a poster. I said, man, no way. I said, I know I'm gonna hear about that, but maybe Doc mustn't see it, because if Doc would have saw it, I'd have heard about it. But yeah, I'm proud of it, though. Proud of him.
All right, Lem is referencing but friends of ours, former classmates at Ball State. Paris McCurdy, one of the great basketball players in Ball State history. Keith Stalling, another great player, was on our Sweet 16 team in 1989 or 1990. I can't remember. We lost to UNLV. Man, we had some awesome times at Ball State, and it just so warms my heart to see you on this journey. It reminds me I'm doing the right thing, and that there's some spirit moving, I think, within all of us of our age group. Like, hey, things have gotten way, way, way out of hand. I hear you talk about the rap music you made previously. And I don't know if you remember this, Lem. I take credit for it. Maybe it's not 100% accurate. But I was the first person on Ball State's campus with the NWA album. And Gangsta, that song. I remember riding around in my car. Man, y'all got to hear this. Y'all got to hear this. And now I get to my age and I'm like, I'm embarrassed. Like, why? This is what I was into. And I didn't know it would have this kind of impact on our culture and youth. And I'm just so happy to hear and see you trying to push the culture in a different direction. I think it's something we all need to do.
Well, let me tell you a quick side note as far as us reuniting. Now, after I committed to Ball State, Akron called me right after that. Coach Bob Huggins was the head coach, called me and offered me. And I wouldn't say like an idiot, but for some reason, I knew I wanted to go to school to play basketball, but I told him, I said, man, I committed to Ball State to play football. So I said, I'm going to go and go through with it. So I turned that down, ended up going to Ball State, meeting a nice bunch of guys and had a good time. And long story short, to the present day now, reuniting with you, you got your own podcast doing well, standing up for the kingdom. And it's funny, we come back together and it's like Christ is the centerpiece that brought us back together. And I don't believe in coincidence. And I believe that's a lot of the reason why we came back together, to be able to push this kingdom, stand up for the kingdom.
No doubt about it. That's certainly the same thing I'm feeling. Thank you so much for the time. Lem, I'm going to be back in touch because I want to hear more of your music. And we like to play original music on this show. And I'm actually looking because we got a song about harmony, we got a song about freedom. And I've been telling people I want a rap song about fearless, about the name of the show, Fearless.
Okay.
And, want some biblical values. I reached out and he didn't follow up with me, but I don't know if there's a guy in Houston named Bizzle. If you've never heard of Bizzle, he's
nice.
Yeah, real nice. Reached out to him, but he ain't followed up on me. Ain't followed up with me. So why not throw my guy some work?
I got you, baby.
So,
Yos's to the rescue. I got you. I'm gonna take care. I appreciate you having me on your platform, man. I love you boys, all y'all. They don't know.
All right. Thank you, Lem. We'll reconnect soon.